Hail Mary question, Brett. Last week was the greatest wide receiver of all time. This week we have the greatest running back of all time. I'll start with my top three of all time. And it's hard for me to put him at number three because I didn't see him play. I just see the highlights. Jim Brown. A lot of people have him number one, but he played in an era where he was just better by leaps and bounds than anyone else. I don't know if he would be that today. He probably could play today, but I don't see him being a Derrick Henry. I'm just gonna, for that reason, I'm putting him number three. Number two, I'm gonna put Sweetness. Again, I watched a lot of tape on Walter Payton, and I saw what he did, and this was the 80s to was his heyday. I think he could still do that today, maybe not to the same degree, but he was something different. But someone that I saw as a kid playing, Barry Sanders, to me, number one. I don't think he gets enough credit for being how good he was on those Lions teams. They never could help him out, and he had no line. And I saw him do things I don't think other people could do that's possible. He could cut on a dime, which would break someone's leg. I have Barry Sanders as number one. So what's your top three?
I got Barry three. No, I got Barry's number three. Now, just pure running back, probably Barry Sanders. I mean, if you just said you got to hand it to one guy to get you a yard, who would it be? It would be Barry. Number two would be Emmett. Now, statistically, he's number one. But Emmett, I never played defense, but he was a menace when we played against him. We couldn't beat him for nothing. And he just ran all over us. They didn't even have to throw it. But my number one guy would be Walter Payton. I grew up a huge Walter Payton fan. If you pull out my gate, take a left and go 10 miles, you're in the home of Walter Payton. So I'm a little bit biased because of, he's a homeboy. But that guy would never lose a yard. I mean, he was always going to gain at least a yard, but more times than not, he was going to get 5 or 10. And he was as good a athlete as you'll ever find. He could throw the football better than most quarterbacks. He could catch it in an era where they didn't really use the back out of the backfield as a receiver. But he was, and Barry, they never really used him as a receiver. It was a good receiver too. So the versatility of Emmett and Walter is why I have them 1 and 2.
I just gotta say this before I let you go today. Emmitt Smith, though, Brett, his O-line could play in any era. I mean, they were giants of Newton and I don't know all their names, but he didn't get touched until 7 yards out. You don't think that played a big part in his success?
Well, I think it certainly played a part in his success. And his line was, I saw it firsthand because we played him in the playoffs 3 years in a row and got beat out. And we never put a finger on him until he was 5 yards deep in the defensive backfield. I'm sure that certainly played a part in his success, but he had some tremendous runs throughout his career where the protecting or lack thereof was obvious. But most of the time he got great blocking, but he stayed true to this course. If it was off tackle right side, he stayed off tackle on the right side. I mean, he had tremendous vision, but he was equally as good out of the backfield too, which I think he doesn't get enough credit for that.